Hello. The second topic I wanted to talk about is just something like a vlog. It's again just talking about my thoughts on this period of time. Because for the last for 2 weeks I'm like, oh, I don't know even where to start. Basically, in the fan group Melbourne Muggles, which is I'm a fan of Harry Potter on Facebook. One of the girls, Beck Dare, and also Amanda Walters, had the idea that on September 1st they would do a flash mob at Federation Square singing Back to Hogwarts from a Harry Potter musical. And so they thought, because it landed on a Saturday this time, and they thought, what better opportunity to do it? So we got like a little group together, and we went. The first rehearsal was before that, Beck was calling out for auditions and stuff for the parts, and I think I've just been on this whole thing the last maybe year or maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half, where it's like I try to do things that gives me good memories, like just even if I feel like I'm not sure I want to do it, I just do it if I think it'll be an interesting memory. So I thought, when I watched a Harry Potter musical the first time, I really liked Draco Malfoy, the character, in it. It was played by a girl, and she was rolling around on the floor, and like it was just really cool. I really liked that character, and so I sent in a video audition for Draco Malfoy. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I put on a blonde wig and put on my Slytherin tie and shirt, and just it was kind of hard to do because I'm in a house, and my parents and my sister are in the house as well, and I feel funny singing in the room, kind of a little bit. So my first few, because I videoed myself doing it on the webcam, and the first few times I was really quiet. I mean, when I played it back, I could barely hear it. So, and I don't know if I got much louder than that. But I ended up with a video, and I sent it to Beck, and I was like, cool. I mean, even that was my memory. I was quite happy with that. Sending in an audition, that was fun to do. So that was a good memory. She chose Sarah Cooper to be Draco, which is really fine because Sarah's really good at she's amazing. So and I was happy. She asked a group of us to be in the chorus, singing the chorus of the song, and I was really happy with that. And I would actually just be happy to be even just not even singing, just dancing in the flash mob, just be part of it. Yeah, that would be so fun because yeah, that would be awesome. So I was really pumped. We went to the rehearsal last Sunday, and Beck Dare, who was gonna be Ron Weasley, she didn't feel like doing it, so somehow ended up I ended up with the part of Ron, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that. And part of me was thinking, oh my god, he's got a lot of lines and stuff, and part of me was thinking, wow, this is exciting, because I haven't done any musical plays like this except for when I was in primary school. I was in a play called A Tale of Snubby. It was this girl who was an older sister of one of the students in primary school. She was doing some film studies or some kind of that kind of course, and she was doing a play, and so I had one of the main parts. I think there was 4 main parts, and one of them was me, and I think I was in grade 6 at the time, and I remember nothing special about it. I wasn't great or anything, but just to remember doing that. So that was my experience with doing plays and musicals and stuff like that, except for drama class and stuff. But so now I'm kind of doing this performance after that day. Last Sunday, it kind of hit me in 2 weeks we're going to be doing this flash mob in the city, and because if it was just something that I was doing for myself, I wouldn't be too worried, because if I stuffed up, it's just me stuffing up, and no one. But now this is a thing where there's other people doing it. Beck's put a lot of work into it, and other people are in it, and they're putting a lot of work into it. There's I think now last time I saw on the event page, there's 50 or 60 people coming. So there's a thing where I feel no, I gotta put in everything I got. I don't want to let them down in a way, but then on the other hand, I want to stay positive about it and not worry about stuffing up or forgetting any lines, and because it's one of those things where you only get one take at it. It's you're not gonna, if you forget your lines, I don't really want to talk about. Stay positive. So now my focus is it's gonna be like, this is my thinking now. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be totally awesome. So I want it to be really good. I want to do the best that I can do, and you know, just make sure, you know, help everyone, like, you know, because you know what it feels like. In a way, it feels a lot like being in a World of Warcraft guild and doing like doing raiding. It reminds me so much about that, because it's like a group of people, a big group of people. I'm thinking like in like the 40 man raid days, where everybody comes together and everybody does their parts. You know, everybody goes away and does their thing, like as best as they can, and contributes to the group. And yeah, like being, because I'm Ron, so that's one of the main, I think, 4 or 5 roles, and so it's kind of feels like I'm one of the tanks, you know, and like whereas, you know, if I do stuff up, everyone's gonna like, don't worry, don't talk about that. But yeah, so what the cool thing is like the last 2 weeks, Amanda Walter gave me this idea. She was talking about it and goes, for the next 2 weeks, just have the song on repeat, listen to the song everywhere, get it into your head. And I agree with that. And so I have done that. Like everything else is like my watching Game of Thrones, that's on hold. Like, yeah, it feels kind of good, like just have this small focus, and just everything is just being put into this like thing, and making sure it's good. Like I don't think I've ever in my life, maybe I have, but not for something fun. Like maybe like for an exam or something, I've just focused everything, but that's not fun, so that doesn't count. Doing Tough Mudder was kind of similar, because I was putting a lot of my time to this one task, but that's different because it was spread over a few months, and also it wasn't like 24 hours a day I was focused on Tough Mudder, you know, anyway. But this is like 2 weeks, and you know, there's a rehearsal on this Sunday, you know, and I want to make sure, I really would like to get there and be as good as I can be, and then just get, you know, like being over prepared for an exam. You know, I would love that. I want to, because I'm not one of those people who was really big fan of, like, I didn't watch Harry Potter musical. Actually, I have not, before this, I had not watched it completely. I kept watching just the first song, because I liked it so much. I kept just watching it and repeating that bit. I never watched it fully to the end. But it's funny, so what I did when I came home from the rehearsal, things I did was I just went to the State Library and just watched a Harry Potter musical, like going through it. I still haven't finished it, but I'm near the end of it. And what the funny thing is, like, now I'm watching it with different eyes, like really absorbing it and getting into it, and it's just really good. Like, I love it. I found Star Kid. No, I haven't found Star Kid. I found a Harry Potter musical on Facebook, and it's so funny and it's great. It's really like excellent, and then also the lyrics are really good. Like, whoever wrote the lyrics, there's a lot of feeling and meaning in it, and it's so concise. Like, it's got humor, but also it really touches on the point of it, the point of the story, and it's amazing. Things I never really noticed before. Like, now being Ron, I was listening to the lyrics and listening to Harry's part at the start, and it's just so good, and Ron's part and how their friendship is there. Like, it's funny because, like, even though it's just a flash mob, I'm like trying to get into character and stuff. So when I'm performing with Ollie, who's Harry, I feel like I really want there to be a bond, like Harry and Ron, and also Hermione as well. And I'm trying to figure out what the feelings are between them all, you know, for 2 weeks. And another thing, like with the cheering at the, you know, I don't know if you know it, but how you have to cheer for Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin. I'm a Gryffindor for 2 weeks, so that was kind of interesting. Cheering, like fully immersing in like being a Gryffindor for the 2 weeks, and yeah. So it's cool. So yeah, because this is gonna be a long video, I can't do it any shorter. You don't have to watch this. When I was watching the Harry Potter musical, I noticed a few things. Like, one thing is Ron, he's always eating something, so I really want to be eating something when I do the rehearsals all the time. So I'm going to bring snacks. I was thinking about tubes, like a big bowl of tubes, and maybe I can stick them on my fingers, or I don't know what I'm going to bring, but I'll bring some snacks, definitely. I'm going to bring some snacks to the rehearsals, to the real thing, even to the voice rehearsals. I'm going to bring snacks. And maybe not to rehearsals, I'm not to the voice recording, I don't know. Yeah, so I want him to be eating snacks, and I want him to really, because I got that vibe that, you know, Harry's like, like I'm really, yeah, because I guess because I don't do acting or anything like this is like kind of fun to do it. Like it's like when you're playing again World of Warcraft and you're being like one class and then you get to play around with another class for once and you're just enjoying like all the different roles. So with this whole, I'm gonna call it acting thing. I mean, just watching it and watching the first part, it's like Harry's like alone, and you know, he's waiting to come back to school, and you know, and he's just thinking about how cool it's going to be back to school. And then he mentions Ron in it, and like it's like him and Ron are like two parts of like, when they're separate, they're not that as good as when they're together. When they're together, like they can do anything in a way, and you know, I get that vibe from just the lyrics, and yeah, I want to like do that as well. Like it seems like it starts off really slow, but then once Ron gets there, it's like they kind of join up, like Voltron joining up, you know, the robot, the arms. I want to kind of get that vibe somehow, like yeah, yeah. What else? And yeah, I want to. Hermione's in there too, so but I'm trying to figure out how to like get that in there too. I'll work on that, but yeah, it's really fun. Like for 2 weeks I get to do this, so I've been listening to it. Like I've got a CD, I burned a CD of the song and, you know, playing it in my car. I've got it on my phone, so I brought headphones to work and I was listening to it like, you know, during lunch, like play lunch, you know, morning tea, sorry, that's the proper title. Yeah, morning tea, just listening to it. And funny because, yeah, like I said before when I interrupted myself, I'm not really one, because a lot of my friends from the Harry Potter fan group, Melbourne Muggles, they know word for word this this song, and I didn't know it word for word. I didn't know how it goes, but the last week I've been like cramming it, you know, not cramming it, but listening to it a lot and getting a bit more better at it. And I'd really love it to be able to sing the whole thing, you know, like without the words. I'd really love that. So listening to it there on the train, I've been watching it on my iPad, listening to it, and yeah, I think that's all I've been doing. But yeah, I really want to do that, really do well. It's in on the next, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. So I really want to, yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully, yeah, this is positive thinking. It's gonna go awesome. It's gonna be totally awesome. It's gonna be really, really good. Everyone's gonna have a great time. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say. But yeah, I'm having a great time, and I'm really glad I'm taking part in the flash mob.